And guys, of course, I'm Strick, that's Brent, and this is our countdown. So it's kind of a time for us to be a little informal or not formal at all before we start the show, and we're actually checking where we're going. So we should be going into the eCam live community and also the stream show.
I'm not seeing it on the YouTube page.
Channel.
So I don't know why I'm not seeing it there.
Gotcha. Maybe it just needs a second to get there.
Because I am subscribed. I just got the notification for Facebook for the eCam group.
Gotcha. No, I got the notification for us on YouTube. Like, it works. It works.
Let me see. There it is.
Just took a second to get through.
That's why you do it. That's why we have the long countdown.
Exactly. So we can check everything. So that being said, Brent, as we're checking stuff, people haven't seen us in a while. Like the last time we have been out, we were probably doing Leap into live stream.
No, I think the last time I was there in Birmingham.
Say that again?
Did we do that? I was in Birmingham in your studio.
That's right. But did we go live into the community? So, I don't know if people have seen this.
There you go.
This is super cool. The light, I don't know if you can see it as I get closer to it, but anyway.
There you go. There you go.
Wow,
right there.
That's cool. That's cool. So shouts out to eCam and Katie sending these, and Stephanie, Lou, and everybody from the eCam family and the Let's Get Live.
That's my new favorite coffee mug.
Live. I feel so cool about this. Really soft cotton. Like this is going to be a great fit for me.
There you go.
So what have you been up to, Brent, Mr. Full-time content creator?
Oh, so I took a job at it's called the Central Arkansas Library System. We call it CALS. It is a large, public library system, and I am the official content creator. And I don't know, they threw me in the deep end the first 2 weeks because we had a big book festival that they do every year. And so I was editing videos, making videos, live streaming, doing some stuff, right off the bat. And so now we're trying to take a breath and figure out what the plan is long term. So I'm excited about that. Got to build a studio. We're trying to find space. Got to find budgets. Got to find, what the goals are. But we'll get there.
And that's so cool, man. I'm so excited for you in your endeavor in doing that. I think it's super cool. I think it's super cool. So now I really got to make time to come out to Arkansas to hang out with you, especially when the studio is done. Like if you get the studio, like I'm coming.
Yeah, we're going to try to do something pretty cool. So I'm researching now, one of those things where like, give me your wish list. I said, give me a budget, because we can do it for all different price ranges. So, but I was able to use, we can talk about it on the other side of this, but I was able to use eCam my first 2 weeks on the job and, make everybody happy. So that was really, was worth all of this effort we've put into this show.
All of the experience.
Has helped. So, hey, we're at 9, 8, 7. I'm the one that always talks through this. So here we go. 4, 3. We'll see you on the other side of the open.
Hey, you got me. I am Strick, and why is it coming to me right now, not to both of us? So let me see if I can get Brent on the show with me. We're so excited to have an opportunity to be here with you guys tonight. We are planning the next season of the stream show, and it's going to be a short season. You know why? Christmas holidays are coming up. Yeah, right?
we really like, we have kids, we have jobs, we have we have other lives. So Sunday just kind of been the best time. And then also this is kind of a empty no-fly zone. So there's not a lot of people on Sunday. So it's kind of stuck. And we really, really like the Sunday evenings. But we're going to take the Sundays off when we have holidays. We've done it for, Mother's Day or, whatever. But so we'll take those days off. So we got to cram this third season in. I don't know why we all call it a season, but that's kind of something we've stuck with, especially when we talk to sponsors and things like that. So technically, this is our third season. So this will be the third season, and going into finish out 2021 and try to get as many guests and interviews as we can.
And what makes this show, the stream show, special, not just because Brant Collins is with me on the show. He definitely makes it special. But the part that I feel like it makes this show special is the opportunity for you to actually be on with us. So if you're watching this, you know that we have behind the stream that we actually record during this live feed. So what I want to do is to go ahead and put it out there now for everybody as we're kind of doing an introduction to this third season. We want to have you on the show.
Yes, we need you on the show. So I'm going to put our website in the comments for the YouTube page anyway, and I can see. And if you want to pull them up on screen when I post them, everybody can see that. Sorry. Hopefully you can bring that up in the comments. And it's www.thestreamshow.live. It's not any clearer, right? It is what we do. You can go to that website, and there's a form there you can fill out if you want to be a guest on the show. But we are continuing our behind the stream with Ecamm, and we want to interview you and see what your showcase, what you got, what your cameras are, what your lights are, what your setup is. So that's what everybody would love to see. So reach out to us there, and we can get you on.
And we would love to have you on. So if you know anything about our show, sometimes we have multiple guests, but we really want the opportunity for our Ecamm family, you guys, to be represented on the show, because I know you have a unique setup. Like, we all have our special thing that we have in our studio that we like the best. We want to know what that is. I want to know what kind of computer you're using to actually power your whole setup. Lighting, microphones. You can tell we're sure guys here, but who knows? You may be rocking that Blue Yeti. You might have the best sounding Yeti out there. We want to know what kind of microphone you're using, even if you're using headsets, like what headset you're using. If you have the Rodecaster Pro, or what's that? Yeah, the Rodecaster. If you're using what kind of interface you have hooked up. All of those things, cameras, lenses, I want the details. You may be doing something so unique, everybody needs to follow your lead. So who knows? Again, that's the streamshow.live is where you can actually get to us and hit the button that says, is it guest, or you remember what that says?
Let me look at it real quick. I'll pull it up.
If you want to be on our show, we'll definitely have it available for you there.
Submit your videos for review. So if you want to submit, you don't have to submit your video. It's just a questionnaire there. We'll get in touch with you, and we'd like to get some more information from you there. So you can submit that. Submit your video for review. You can also subscribe to our channel. You can try TubeBuddy for free. You can try Ecamm for free there, and you can learn more about us. And we're going to start blogging there more and get more information out there. So, we kind of took a summer off. I think everyone came out of the pandemic and had to go back to work.
Yeah.
And I got a little overwhelmed with taking a new job, and Strick, they got busy. So you got
I'm
the kids
always
home from
overwhelmed.
yeah, we decided to take a break for the summertime. But another thing too is I'm here in the stream shed. The stream shed is usually hot in the summertime. So now that the weather is broke, it's a way better here. So we're going to just keep moving forward and help streamers succeed. That's the number one thing we do.
And that being said, while we're helping streamers succeed, we will be on Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I want to say hello to everybody that's watching us from all over. Even if you're watching the replay, we want you to come, be a part of the show, be a part of the audience. Tonight, I'm not actually doing the comments, but next Sunday we will have the comments up so you can make comments and tell us where you're from. I think right now Brant is actually watching the comments from the community and what's on YouTube. That being said, what do you have there?
We got Richard that said hello on the Facebook Ecamm Live community, and over on YouTube, on our YouTube page, we had K-Walk Comedy, and of course Bishop Donald Oliver. He is in there commenting on our YouTube page. So
it's awesome.
Explain to him a little bit about what we're doing different, if you want to, as far as the comments, and what are you using to restream, what are you using to multiply the streams?
So it's multi-streaming. So tonight I'm using this company called OneStream, and it is a kind of a test for us tonight. You know, man, I'm an AppSumo guy, and when they have those deals, you just okay, I bought a couple of applications that I haven't used yet, but I have been using OneStream because I use it, you know, with my job that I have at my church. So if we ever have any kind of pre-recorded material, I actually use OneStream because there is a little easier to use when it comes to how you can upload pre-recorded material, pre-recorded videos. So, and it actually plays live through all the platforms, YouTube. You can connect your LinkedIn, you can connect Facebook. So that's one of the things that I liked about it. Didn't have size restrictions when it came to how big your files were. You know, you did have to kind of, you know, make sure the bit rate on the recorded file was what was good for them. And once I figured that piece out, I really don't have any problems with actually using pre-recorded material through OneStream. OneStream.live. You know, later on we'll talk about that particular program. And, you know, I'm not even giving out affiliates. I'm just telling you what I'm using tonight is kind of a test. They do have unified chat, but I wasn't able to set it up tonight through all of our channels so I can get it through Ecamm, but we're working on that one as well. So we can actually throw up the chat when people come in. I could actually throw it up. It's not connected now, but it will be. So that's something that we're working on.
It's one of those things with all the increased security. If you're trying to stream into your Facebook page, your Facebook groups, your YouTube channel, and your LinkedIn, so we have all of that. And but logging into it, you have to install some apps, and then there's permissions and, you know, verification and a bunch of other stuff, which I personally get frustrated with. But like Strick said, you know, you'll be happy when you when it saves you from being hacked. But it seems like every day I log on to anything, I'm having to do double verification through my phone. I don't know if it helps any, but you know, it just gets frustrating.
I think Facebook made people do it.
Yeah, Facebook did. So did Google, Apple. I mean, everybody's making you do it. So I had Donald Oliver in the comments. He asked about OneStream. I sent him the link, and he also said StreamYard is allowing pre-recorded as well to your destinations.
So what makes it different? Everybody allows it. It's the size of the file that was different with OneStream and how you got that file in. So I'm actually able to put it into my Google Drive, and then from Google connect it to Restream. So connected to OneStream.
Like an hour long. You're doing like an hour-long service or something.
Yeah, which you couldn't do with OneStream unless you paid for one of those crazy, you know, enterprise.
Oh, you mean StreamYard?
No. Well, I'm not sure with StreamYard, but I know to get the larger file size with other companies, you had to pay a larger amount, like the enterprise amount, to be able to do the larger files.
And it's funny, you know, when we started all this, it seemed like there was only a couple of companies during the pandemic, but now it's exploded. So, you know, there's all these different companies, and we've been talking to a lot of them, trying to figure out which is the best one to use. You know, it all comes down to your use case. So if you're a church, you have long, you know, larger files. For me, sometimes it's just about ease of use. At the bottom of, you know, at the end of the day, for me too, I'm very price conscious. So you really look at, you know, so many between Netflix, and you're going to have Artlist.io or Storyblocks and Ecamm, you know, all these monthly subscriptions. So you kind of have to really pick and choose like what's your best, you know, best area to be in to do what you want to do and kind of stay within a budget, you know, because we have to stay within a budget. I mean, that's realistic.
We do. So that being said, I get commercials all the time because I'm actually clicking on Facebook on these ads. So I'm getting ads like crazy on Facebook, and Artlist actually had an ad, and it was on YouTube. And I listened to it before a video was coming up. And I'm like, I want that song. Like, they just picked the right song for me. And I'm like, I like that song. I want that song.
I'm about ready to pull the trigger on the Artlist.io. I've been back and forth. I've researched them all. And for the type of music that I'm looking for, they seem to be the best, because it actually sounds like music you would hear on the radio. It's not, even though I have an Envato account, I can do audio jungle.
Right.
It just sounds kind of like, Muzak, elevator music, bakery music, just that generic stuff. So I really, really, really like the Artlist.io stuff. And so I'm getting ready to pull the trigger for myself so I can start another channel. But we use it at my new job. We have an account there, and I was able to find some music, for a project I was doing, and it was like super great. So, maybe we should reach out to them. They should be a sponsor.
There you go. You just never know, right? Check this out. Brant, do you remember the first show we ever did?
Between me and you?
Yeah, the first stream show. Do you remember the first stream show?
Man, it's so long ago. I don't know if I do.
I don't remember either. I think we may have had the first show. Did we have Katie on for the first show?
I'll have to go back. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go back.
Well, let me say this. While you're looking, one of the people that was like, for the beginning, when we said, hey, guys, we're doing this, say, I will help. That's exactly what they say. I will help, guys. Whatever you need me to do, whether it's moderate, whatever you want me to do, his name is Rich. So Big Rich from Texas has always been a huge supporter for us. So as we're talking about this new season that we're doing, who better to bring on to hang out with us just for a little while than Rich? So Rich, if you're ready, I'm actually going to bring you on right now. We, Big Rich loves us, and we love Big Rich, and here he is. Man, check him out. Like, you can't go wrong with anybody is cooler than Rich. They say everything is big in Texas, and Big Rich is big. Man, how are you doing? Okay, you're on mute.
Fine, fellas. How you guys doing?
There you go. You just took your sunglasses off. Like, how you still have them on? No, I got you now. I can hear you.
I'm not on mute. Am I on mute?
No, you're not on mute.
No, you're good. We got you. I think he's just messing with you.
Good. All right, cool. You threw me off a second.
Hey, thanks for coming to hang out with us tonight.
And I was on the first show. I was on the first show of the second season as well. So,
there you go. We can always count on Rich. He is, streamer extraordinaire. You've been doing this for quite a while yourself. How's your show going?
We still do it every Thursday. We're rocking and rolling. But I use Ecamm more for Zooms. Well, not more, but I use it for Zoom stuff and classes and just all kinds of stuff. But anything you do with Zoom, if you could throw Ecamm at it, it makes everything so much better. So
you always throw up your title and all that stuff, do some effects, make it look better than everybody in the room.
Yeah, just do goofy stuff. Sometimes I turn on these little dumb icons and whatever, different things like that.
And you blow everybody away, don't you?
Oh, you can't see that stuff because you don't have it. You don't have me on full, but it's just a bunch of
No, hey, give me a second. Give me a second. I'll get you up.
There's a screen for that.
There is a screen for that if I can find it.
You can find it, Strick. No, I have faith in you. There.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
We were just screwing around doing stuff like that. So, but anyway, I was just people just like when people are watching, they say, "How do you make Zoom do that?" And I said, "You don't. You get something else."
Right. You got to start throwing your affiliate out there for Ecamm.
Or he's like, well, I can show you how to do that for a small fee.
Right.
Join my course.
Yeah. That's something else I'm going to try to do. Well, I've been dropping hints to people in my industry to say, I can help you do this. And they're all stuck on, they're using services like BeLive or, these random, I don't know if they're fly by night, but they're not very good. They're not, everything looks like the Zoom call from 1919.
Right.
2019. I mean, nobody's gotten hip to the fact that it can look so much better and be so much slicker. and maybe they don't care, or maybe they just don't know how to do it, or they think it's too expensive. So
that's why they need you, Rich. They need you to show them the way.
I'm with you, brother. You got to. I tell them. You tell them, and you tell them again, and then you tell them what you just told them, and it's just some people just.
If nobody knows, Rich is in the print and promotion business, and I used to do a lot of that. And I have a good friend that runs a printing company here. Then he's very, very, always been ahead of the curve. We did, Twitter and QR codes. He's always been ahead of it, but there's not very many printers that are that way. So you're in the industry that's kind of really, bunch of old dudes going like, I don't know. I just sell pens.
Yeah, they just don't want to. They don't, and people don't want to change, and they don't. They don't think it. And they don't see any. I don't know. I see tremendous value in something that looks more professional, and some people don't. Some people don't. I mean, but those are the same people that put out. They put out ads that look like crap. I mean, they just don't. They just don't know. So whatever.
But there's the same people trying to sell you on put your logo on a cup and look professional, right?
Yeah.
So you're just saying the same thing. Put your logo on your Zoom and look professional. Yeah.
So anyway, it's hard, but it's a struggle, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're out here, right? We're the early adopters. We're the
But as far as our regular stuff goes, the podcast is growing great. We do it every Thursday at 11 o'clock Central, and we've gotten to where it's pretty much on autopilot. We still do our checklist and all that stuff, but it's, there's never any, well, I don't want to say never because it'll happen tomorrow.
There's always something. Yeah.
Actually, there hasn't been any issues, technical wise. I mean, that I haven't been able to overcome in just a few minutes by saying, oh, I didn't click this button or that button. So but when you prepare, you know how to do it. So it's not a problem.
So tell us a little bit about, since we've seen you last, what has any of that changed? The software, the hardware.
Hey, Brent and Rich. Before Rich answers this question, you mind if we go to the comments real quick? Because I feel like we've been missing some people in their comments, Rich. Because Miss Ashley actually chimed in to say hello to everybody. I see Steve Worthy is actually out there. What's going on, fellas? Good to see you guys back in the studio. Yes, sir. We are back in the studio. And then this guy named Brant Collins. Have you ever heard of Brant Collins? He's speaking, saying hello to everybody. And
I'm trying to keep up with everybody.
And who else do we have there? Trincia. I know I didn't pronounce that name right, but you know that I'm trying. And she says hello. So definitely thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So, yeah, Miss Felicia Austin says hello to the stream show. And
you got Jonah Swan Foot over here on YouTube. So
how you doing?
3 or 4 people over here on YouTube. James Hicks, he's on the YouTubes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, guys, if you're watching us in the Facebook group, we love it because we're going to be here for the next couple of weeks in the Facebook group. And we're probably going to do about 7, 8 shows before the holiday. And then in January, we'll come back for a full season of the stream show and doing it live in the community and actually doing it live on our YouTube channel, the stream show. And it's very easy on YouTube to just type in the stream show and then hit subscribe. And you got Brant Collins and DJ Strick. And every now and again, we see Big Rich hanging out with us. Rich, I did not know, Brant, please remember your question, but I didn't know you were on the first, 2 seasons of shows. That's cool, man. I said you were one of our biggest supporters, and you validated that by remembering something that I completely forgot.
Yeah, I was on season 1, episode 1, and then I was on season 2, episode 1. So.
Wow. Well, we can just keep calling you in season 3, episode 1. This is it.
There you go.
I thought this was a trailer. Okay, cool.
It is kind of a trailer, but it's the first show for the season, and guess what? We put out a call, and Big Rich is always available. You were actually asking him a question, Brant, so I interrupted you to kind of shout those people out.
Since we last talked, there's been a lot of changes in the technology realm. We had the new M1 MacBook Pros. We've got all kinds of updates with eCam. There's all kinds of new things coming out. Cameras. Have you changed anything? Have you upgraded anything?
I did not. I have two ZV-1s now. That's what I had before, and I haven't upgraded that. I've got the Roadcaster. I haven't upgraded that. I do have a SM7B that I got from Mr. James Hicks.
Let's do it.
In a cloud lifter. He made me a good deal on that. And also, he packed it in a beach towel, and I still have his beach towel if he wants it. He says he doesn't want it. So,
wow.
What else do I have? I'm always had an M1 Mini, 16 gig. For streaming. No, nothing's changed hardware-wise, anything like that. Stream Deck,
Very
32.
good.
No, it's all the same.
Very good. Good.
Oh,
so
but
there's
Ecamm
something.
3.9 is a game changer. Ecamm 3.9 makes things super easy to, layouts, and you don't have to worry about ping files. You can just do your camera overlays, and it's just super easy to
Right. All the
build
graphics and
stuff. Yeah.
What's your
squircles
favorite feature out of it?
The camera overlays, the borders, rounded corners. It just makes the whole thing look a little slicker, and you don't have to jump through so many hoops to get that look. I rebuilt I went on a live stream. I was just in Ecamm Live Academy. I did that, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And it's a 2-week thing. It's a 2-week thing. I did it just so I could learn everything there was to learn. And now I have lifetime access to all the stuff. And every time they update it, I've got access to it. So,
wow.
And plus, if you sign up for that, you get 25 off your annual subscription. So 25%. So it wound up costing me $30 to take the class. So it was easy.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
So out of that class, big shouts out to Ecamm Live Academy. Out of that class, what is, one or two things that you say, hey, I've been using this for a while. I never knew that Ecamm could do that.
Well, I always knew that it could, but running loopback through Zoom to get sound, I never knew how easy that was. I always was intimidated by loopback because it's an intimidating looking thing if you don't know what you're looking at.
If you don't know what you're doing, yes, yeah. I get it.
And that was one thing. And then just a whole community, a whole batch of people that have never seen Ecamm before, and you can go on there and help them do it. And I did a couple of live streams where I just rebuilt my pre 3.9 overlays. I built them with using the new 3.9 features. I did a couple of lives doing that, and it was just really fun to tell people how easy it is to change things and do things. And I don't know. There's some good folks over there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, guys, if you're watching this, especially if you're in the Ecamm Live community, I know Jerry is on. Big shouts out to you, Jerry. And we got a couple people that are coming on that I'm not familiar with. I know that the Ecamm Live community is all over the world. So if you're watching tonight and you're not from the States, just put where you're from. I would love to be able to shout you out and what city you're from. We only have a couple more minutes that we're going to be on tonight, but we all share everyone you see on the screen. So Brant, Rich, and myself, we all share something in common when it comes to Ecamm. We are out of the Let's Get Live community. So big shouts out to Doc Rock and what he has kind of put together with Ecamm and the Let's Get Live community, because we have several people that are streaming out of that group and are doing some amazing things, like Alicio Way. Like, if you don't know who he is, go search Alicio Way out. Kirk Nugent and what he's doing with his streams. And, they always say don't start naming names because you forget somebody. Brant, please help me out. People that we know that are streaming and doing some phenomenal jobs that are out of that community. And Diana Gladney and all the success that she's had in this past year.
Yep.
And it came from just building a community of people. And, remember
Ash Borland and, over from England. We got a couple of friends over there. They've always come through, and I've been on their podcast. They've been on ours. Rob Balasabas from
Tube Buddy.
Been on his show a couple of times on a Friday morning. That's been pretty fun. So one of the things I've loved about
Floyd from IK Multimedia,
Derek Floyd from IK Multimedia,
Nicole Sellers from the TV Hosting Academy, Kevin Colby.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there's a whole list of people.
Hang on a second, Steph. You missed a couple of names.
Come on, help me out.
Stephanie, in person, in the flesh. I met Stephanie Lou, Bradley Vinson, and Alicio Way. They all came through town.
Oh yeah, that was all in Texas.
Weeks ago at the Video Marketing World thing right here in Dallas. It was awesome, and I got to sit there right next to him. It was really cool and see.
So tell us a little bit more about that. How was that process?
It was more, like People of Video was I think it was more about getting on video. This conference was more about using video for business. And it was just fantastic. And it was right down the street from my house. So I couldn't not go.
That's awesome.
And I got to sit there. I sat next to Bradley all 3 days we did it. It was really cool. It was, Bradley's got a pretty good story. I mean, everybody's got a story, but Bradley's has a pretty good one. And it's, how he evolved into what he's doing as far as training and all that kind of stuff. He's, because pre-pandemic, a lot of people weren't doing this. So
Right.
It's really kind of, in a good way, it's changed a lot of things, even though the pandemic's horrible and nobody likes it, but it's opened a lot of doors for people too. So
there's some people that actually use their time wisely and sought out the communities to be better at what they were doing streaming wise. So Rich, if no one has told you, man, thank you for your content during that time of that conference, because we had a chance to get into the conference and see some of our friends through the material that you put out there. So thank you for being like a huge supporter, not just of the stream show, but for everybody.
And if anybody ever gets a chance to see Alicio actually do a performance, he's fantastic. He's a bona fide musician. And I had an idea that he was like that, but he brought the house down.
Man,
right in the middle of a business conference. It was really cool.
That's what's
everybody was on their feet. It was awesome.
I thought it was cool that they would actually have him come out to perform like that. Everybody knows him.
Well, he was
as a
also
streamer.
on some panels. He was on panels about video business and engagement and the same, stuff you hear all at every other business type thing. But he brought his perspective, I guess, and it was unbelievable. But the show,
cool.
the performance right in the middle of the afternoon, you see a guy rapping at 2:30 in the afternoon and people are jumping around this room. It was real. It's not a church. It was cool.
Man, that's what's up.
It felt like a church.
Man, that's what's up. So, Charles Jackson, man, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. He's in the ECAM community as well. And then we have a guy from the Dominican hanging out with us, Jamel. Thank you, man, for actually saying where you're from and hanging out with us tonight. We're just on for a little bit, introducing the next season of the stream show with Strick and Brant, and Big Rich is one of our biggest supporters, and we're talking about some of the things that he has a chance to witness. So if you're in this community, we will start up in January with a new season as well. But one of the things that I'm anticipating, Brant, is us being able to go to a conference like Rich did and kind of see people in person. Like Brant and I had a chance to meet back in September as well, and it was super cool just to be able to hang out with him. He was right here in my studio, and then of course, awesome. Because I'm in Birmingham, I had to take him to get some barbecue after we did our little live, and that was cool to kind of hang out with him.
They don't have barbecue in Little Rock, do they?
Oh, we have the best barbecue, but I just let Strick think they have barbecue in Alabama. So
I get it. You probably like Arkansas is probably like white sauce barbecue.
No, we're not a white sauce barbecue. We're a good old fashioned. I think we're kind of like in that border. I've got places I go that are sweet barbecue, vinegar barbecue. We're kind of a hodgepodge. So
hang on, Strick, didn't you go to Florida and see Alicio and have vegetarian burgers?
No, he had a vegetarian burger. I ate good, So I love Orlando. I love the city of Orlando. It's not that far from where Alicio lives, so that's when I had a chance to kind of hang out with him. Yeah, he dropped for a second. Maybe he'll come back in. But yeah, I had a chance to meet Alicio in person, and we're like brothers, man. We're like brothers.
He's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Yeah.
And he's a trout. I mean, shoot, he just got back from Vegas. He goes all over the place.
He's been traveling and moving around, so it was really cool to actually hang out with him. It was really cool hanging out with him and hanging out with Brant, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to do what you did. I really am when it comes to meeting people in person and creating that content. I want to meet Stephanie Liu in person. That's like my goal.
Yeah, she's awesome too.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Vlogmas? You got something going on for Vlogmas?
I haven't thought about that. Me and Brant talked about it, and of course, that's how, that was one of the catalysts for all of us meeting and grouping up every day in December. Like, we got a chance to be together every day in December, and it kind of helped us when it comes to building a community and knowing each other, man, I would love to do that again. That was some real work, Rich. You know, what do you think about?
It gave me some purpose. It was every day you had to do something. You had to get up by 9 o'clock so you could make the show. The what they call it, the commentary or whatever. At the end of the day, the recap. It was fun.
So
if I'm looking forward to it.
So are you still wearing green, Rich? Are you still wearing green?
What do you mean by that? Why would
So
I be wearing
So I was telling you in one of the commentaries that I did that the green looked good on you. So you made a video the next day wearing green. You don't remember that?
I don't guess I do. The only thing I remember is the day had a really, really rough day, and my video, all I could say was I got nothing, and it was.
Is that
to haunt me? That haunted me.
And that was your catchphrase for the rest of the whole Vlogmas.
Man, I got nothing.
Anybody, it still comes up today. It happens if I'm in a chat somewhere. Some Elo will get on there and say, "I got nothing." And come
Man,
on.
I got nothing. Man, I got
It's
nothing.
Just funny. It's funny. You got to keep saying it. So I'll embrace it. That's fine. I'll take it.
All right, guys. So we're just hanging out here, introducing the new stream show season, and we're doing it for the holidays. We'll probably end a couple of weeks before Christmas. So 6 or 7 shows. You have Brent Collins and myself, the stream guy, and of course, we're starting how we always start with a show with Rich. You know, why not have Rich on your show?
Before you cut it, I got a question though. Is OneStream still available on AppSumo or not? Is it something you bought a while back?
Yeah, I bought it a while back. I guess I didn't complete the story, so I bought it with, man, when you have that lifetime deal thing, you have to go get them sometimes. So
I've passed on a lot of those, and I'm like, I didn't know that. At one point, Ecamm was a lifetime deal for $25 or whatever it was, and there are people still rocking that, and I didn't know about it at the time, where I would have done it too, but.
So, I was watching a video like we all did in the beginning, trying to figure out what was the best multi-streaming platform that you could get. And everybody was screaming Restream. And this guy was like, well, I went through AppSumo and got Restream for the lifetime deal. And, of course, that video was a year old. They were no longer doing that. So I'm going through AppSumo and looking at, what companies are doing multi-streaming platforms. And I found OneStream. It looked really cool. They have a great setup. It was in the beginning of what they were doing. They have grown and added new features. I like the fact that I'm able to do larger file recordings with them. At the time, they wasn't doing multi-streaming live. So now they're doing that. So, I mean, of course, they're doing it because I'm streaming to our platforms here live. And it's, for me, I benefit because I have the lifetime deal. Yeah, I am awesome. Working on trying to figure out a little more with their integrated chat because they do have it. I just don't have it set up here. And
so you have to do that through an RTMP or RMTP
for right now.
Okay.
For right now. So I've actually
and that's why you don't get the chats coming in, right?
Exactly. Okay. But let me say this. We're such a small community with Ecamm. Not small. We're a big community, but I could talk to Katie. So the people at OneStream, I got them together and they're in talks. Like, who knows?
It's pretty easy to do. You're right.
Yeah,
everybody's open-minded and everybody's really willing to work with each other. That's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. So, who knows what happened. I'm not selling OneStream right now. I have an affiliate code. I'm not putting it out there. We're mentioning it because I'm just kind of going live with this.
Sure.
Restream has been a partner of ours, the stream show. So it's just, there's so many new companies doing some great things. So Brent and I have been talking about even some companies that are doing audio that we never heard of before. So we're hoping to bring to the table some other companies that are, how you want to say it, Brent, that are not as known, but have great products.
I also think we're trying to move up the food chain, right? I mean, I think the one company you sent me the other day was, I was looking at a company that had a $150 microphone, and yours that you sent me had a $1,500 microphone. So I was like, we're at the big end of the spectrum there. But, this should just become, especially since my new job, I've been researching a lot of, equipment. And I realized that everybody has a different use case. So if you're a church, it's different. If you're just here at home, you're different. I'm looking at setting up a studio with 3 cameras, more of a professional setup. That's a whole different setup of, equipment, right? So
Right.
always got to keep your mind open. You always got to be looking. And I apologize. I've been fiddling with my camera here. It's jumping. It's been jumping here. It's on a tripod and everything. It's just, for some reason, it's an older camera and it kind of loses sync, and it's trying to find something. I guess I'm just not moving around with it enough. So
I got you. But great question, Rich, about OneStream. You got any other questions for us? I don't want to stop if you
No,
got
I
some
was
more
just
things.
curious about that because you mentioned it when I first logged on to to the group tonight, before I came here, I went to the group to see if I could find the post to share it. But I saw one stream thing you added to the
OneStream
group,
post.
So.
Yeah. So what happened is I had to be able to add the app
Right.
to the group to be able to stream to the group, but it wasn't something
It makes
that
sense,
I was
yeah.
trying to share. I deleted it because I wasn't trying to share OneStream with everybody. It was just I wanted to be able to stream to the group. But there's so many different ways we can do things. It's just another app that's out there that I use. Professionally, I do use it weekly with my church so I can definitely
Have you
say.
guys-
Go ahead.
Are we going to LinkedIn right now too? Is LinkedIn part of that or not?
It can be. I did
It
not
can be.
hook it up. So Brent Collins,
I finally got
the
accepted
sly
to
dog
LinkedIn.
that he is. He worked it out. Like he talked about him so bad they added him.
And you got accepted as a person, not as a company or a.
Yeah, as a person. So I was going to give him, I have to give him the logins and stuff, and I don't trust him. He's not very trustworthy.
Yeah, see, I applied
we
to
just-
LinkedIn as a company, and I probably should go as myself. If I go as myself, I could probably get in.
Yeah, I got in. I've been trying for 2 years, I mean, it was just a constant sending it every 3 months or something whenever it would run out. I mean, I connected with someone that Ecamm told me to connect with. I actually found the guy that was ahead of LinkedIn, and I messaged him, and he was like, tell me what's going on, and he never answered me back. I was like, so there was just a lot of stuff going on, but I just kept persistent, and I checked all the boxes. I did everything. I, tried to share more content. It's just kind of it's just they're overwhelmed.
Is your library approved to go to LinkedIn Live or not?
No, I don't think that we've tried.
Does your library do other live stuff or not?
No, that's why I'm there. They hired me to do,
awesome.
He's the new
so we
content creator for the library.
So it was
Did they
kind of cool.
Did they have a content creator before?
No.
Or is that a new
so
position?
It's completely new position, trying to figure it out as we go. So
That's fantastic. That's
It
so
is.
incredible.
It is.
yeah, and
It's really a great opportunity.
I think I had all these big plans and ideas, and I was trying to tell them and build a studio. We'll do this, and nobody really got it. We went live with two of my coworkers because we had this huge book festival that was virtual, and I did some like a day of just wrap up what's coming on today. We did 2 shows, and then this executive director asked me, he's like, I'm supposed to be doing these videos every month. It always takes too long. They're never timely. I said, we'll just go live. Invite someone. He invited someone to guest because we're doing voting this week for millage increase for the library, and went flawless. Took me a few minutes with, made a background, threw up the logo. I ran the whole thing from behind the scenes, and he walked into my office and he was like, that was amazing. I understand why you want a studio. Let me work on some numbers. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So, I mean, and I say that was, this show, Ecamm, Vlogmas, even though I've been streaming since 2006, 2007, I was so confident to we'll just do it live right now. Let's go. And I knew that I could blow them away. And they were, I've got emails from coworkers, and they shared it all like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was great. We've never seen this before. And that's just me scratching the surface,
Right.
That's just,
And now you're the hero. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
oh no. And it's all about Ecamm, and I took most of my equipment.
Take the credit. Somebody had to connect all the dots. So you're there.
Hey, they just bought me the new MacBook Pro, so I'm M1 Pro, so I'm super grateful, and we'll just keep growing from there.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
And this is from people like Brent and I both have industry experience. Of course, I did radio. Brent's background is in television production. And for us to have learned a lot about streaming and being able to showcase our streaming through Vlogmas last year, like on a daily basis to get better, is something that I use every day from video and recorded video for the church, because not only do I handle like some pastoral stuff, but I also handle the media over the media department. So I use this stuff every day. And it's been really cool to kind of see in just a year what has happened with everybody, even from Doc's perspective, from having his own company that he sold to being a full-time content creator, community manager with Ecamm. I mean, it's just things are just moving, and I can't thank Katie enough from Ecamm for all that she's done to kind of help push all of us to different levels of success inside and outside the Ecamm community. So thank you, Katie.
Yeah, all worked out.
Yep,
It's been a
it
big
sure
year,
has.
that's for sure, for a lot of people.
It sure has. And we're going to try
a little bit.
We're going to try our best to end it on a high note. I know several things that are going on, similar to what we did last year. So I know Alicio has some plans. The stream show has some plans to be visible for the end of the year. And who knows what'll happen, man. Hopefully we could have a nice little reunion.
Speaking of We Live, Alicio's in the group. He just posted 2 minutes ago, it looks like.
Yeah,
that's
I
what's
saw
up.
him there.
Yeah. Hey, we're live, and there you go. I'm talking about you. I know we got plans to do something in this month, Alicio. So calling you out, man. We got to make it happen. We got to make it happen. And I do want to say this: Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 2 o'clock, you can see the new episodes of Behind the Stream on the Ecamm YouTube channel. So we have a couple of behind the streams that every Tuesday they're dropping them. So there was Derek Floyd. His was the first one, and Junaid was the second one last Tuesday. Who knows who's going to be this Tuesday behind the stream? But be looking out for that and actually share it. And who knows, maybe Big Rich will have one of his visits to the show on behind the stream.
Oh, you're repurposing stuff you already shot? Is that what you're doing?
Exactly.
We're not.
You got to check it out.
That's fantastic. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that then. Check
It's going to be really cool. So it's on the Ecamm Network YouTube channel, so everybody can check that out. And the idea is just to get some to see what other people are doing with their setups. Who knows what kind of things that are unique to each person. I never thought of that. I would like to have this. I think if you are trying to do a setup, like if anybody's trying to do a setup, y'all need to talk to Felicia Austin. Just ask her what she has, because she's got everything. She's got everything
over there at that thing. It's
I know her, right?
I think
she's trying to land the space shuttle.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
I think it's overwhelming for people when you start looking at all this, because everybody says M50, not the M50, Sony, not the Sony, Panasonic, not the Panasonic. I've consulted.
Well, when people start saying,
like,
"How do I run 6 monitors?" and then people say, "Wow, I need 6 monitors. I don't know if I can do this or not." So.
Right. Yeah. So I'm pretty basic as far as the setup I have. I did a test the other day, and Bishop Oliver came on with his iPhone, and it looked better than my 4K Lumix camera that I was streaming it. And at work, I have an 800 meg, 800 down connection, so I was trying to really push as much data as I could. He looked amazing, and he's using like an iPhone 11 or something like that.
It was, he said it was 11.
Yeah.
That dude is a talented son of a gun. They just did that challenge with Anna and Fulgens about the building blocks challenge, design
Graphics.
challenge.
Yeah, he was showing us that. Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's fantastic.
So, a lot of times, one of the things I want to try to, as we go further in this stream show, and we've talked back and forth throughout the summer what we want the stream show to do and what we want to be able to provide people, is I want to help, Strick and I both are very entrepreneurial, and we want to understand that this is a medium to, grow a business, build a new business. There's a lot more to this than just, hey, I'm going live to, talk to my friends or to make Zoom look cool. You can use this for, look at me. I I decided to change my profile on LinkedIn as a content creator and spoke truth to it and got a job doing that. So there's so many avenues in this field that I think are going to explode from here on out. That's just going to be crazy.
So, guys, you never know. And I need everyone to stay locked in with us Sunday nights, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know we have people from all over the world, so write that down and figure out what time zone that will be for you. But we'll be on 6 o'clock on Sundays for the next couple of weeks. And we also are getting geared up for the new season coming up in 2022. Can you believe it's been a year? This has been an amazing year for a lot of us, and we have plans to do more. So if you want to be on the show, because I do feel like that's one of our secret sauces, is that you can be on the stream show with the Stream Guys. We would love to know what kind of setup that you have, what kind of production you're running over there, what features do you like about your own setup. So please go to thestreamshow.live and click the button that says review my video. That is the actual button to press to get to us. Now you've been trying to change that, but it says review my video. We're not reviewing anybody's videos, but if you fill out that particular form, we'll contact you to get you to be a part of the show, and we'll do the production behind the stream with you, just to kind of get an idea of what computer you're using, what microphone, what audio, all that kind of stuff. We'll go through it, and you can be a part of the stream show. All
Awesome.
right. Big Rich, he's been on the first episode of season 1. He's been on the first episode of season 2. And now he's on the first episode of season 3, one of the biggest supporters in our community. So thank you so very much. I don't care if it's on Doc's show, you're going to see Rich. I don't care if it's who's that, Live Streaming Pros. Rich is always around, hanging out,
Right.
learning stuff. Please go find him. Rich, can you please share your YouTube channel and how they can connect with you?
The easy way to get to YouTube is bigpromo.live. My website is bigpromotions.net, where we sell swag and promo stuff.
There you go. There you go. Rich, cool. Man, I definitely appreciate it. I tell you what, guys, that's been our show today. Brant, you want to close out with anything?
No, I say just keep paying attention to our channel. We're going to be here, like you said, every Sunday going forward. Rich, go ahead and mark your calendar for sometime in a Sunday in January when you can be the first. You've got to do launch episode 4.
Definitely.
Season 2. I guess we should call that season 2, episode 1. Rich will be on that.
It'll be season 4, won't it? I thought this was the first episode of season 3.
You're right, Rich.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm thinking year 2. Yes.
It'll be year 2.
4.
Season 4.
Season 4, episode 1. And then catch Strick City Live on Thursdays, because he has a great podcast on lifestyle. And I mean, he has some great guests on there. I was on there last week. I wasn't too bad.
A great guest. Yeah.
But he's had like Ruben Studdard and Roy Woods Jr. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff. I've got something I'm working on. I'm doing a new video show all on the metaverse, and that's kind of the thing that I'm into right now. So that'll be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that.
All right, there you go. Hey, guys, thanks for checking us out tonight. See you next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, we're just here to help you succeed. We're the Stream Guys, Strick and Brant from the Stream Show. And, again, thank Big Rich for hanging out with us.